Let's focus on some of the particle effects first. If I just use this object and set it to be some sparkling objects here, we're going to put a radius and we're going to just make them go pretty large at times. I learned this recently. I'm just going to make this pretty large on itself. We want some spin on this too. I think we can just use this with the object color, and we could just set 2 and the hue 180 of 2 to be its ending color. So we have this cool little flashing object that's going to go in the foreground. Just going to copy this thing around. Probably going to change the shape and size of it and everything. I need to remember to just use the scale button sometimes if I'm worried about time, because warping, sometimes you can click on it and it'll just make a tiny little grid, and it's so hard to be accurate with. And we can just move this set with us as we're going through. 10 is going to be on a move trigger. I accidentally stretched that one, which looks pretty funny. Let's just set number 10 to be a negative movement on the front, which is going to be 0.3 for an infinite amount of time. And these should zoom past us. Okay, if we have a lot more, we should be able to do this. So I'm going to have this effect here where these objects are moving towards us, but then they're also going to move to the right-hand side of the screen on an exponential in-out. Let's say around 200 in 2 seconds, just to try and keep them on the screen for longer. So we have these particles here, but I want to shift them when the song is kind of going... Signing out also might flow a little bit better, just to make it a more natural movement instead of a really fast-paced one here. It's almost doing it. We need to sync it better. We need it to take longer. We also need more distance on them, and that should keep them on the screen for longer, so we use less objects, and it just looks a little bit cooler here. I like this so far. We should definitely be moving them and stuff, but hey, let's set them to move a little bit when I'm with them as well. We can just put number 11 on a player movement based on the x-axis. That's just going to shift them, I think, forward. I don't know. And then maybe we can also add a rotation on it, which I'm going to make touch triggered just because I'm a little bit scared of this. Let's just set this up to rotate 45 degrees. Some of these are just going to be moving around like this, and they're following us, which is really neat. And we have this kind of camera flash sort of effect here. Could probably just area fade them too. I am really pushing this considering I don't have much time. I have 5 minutes to finish this level.